On the blue, Albertson Stadium in Boise, Idaho. We are in full-on strikeout mode as the fans are doing their part. They're trying to disturb the vision of the visitors. It's the Baylor Bears in the Boise State Ground. We stay state just he'll bring it out. It's Smith. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And go play action with Lagway. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morris. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that, to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop.
Finds his tight end. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Lagway wants to throw. Taken in by Smith on the right side. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Running the red zone. It's turned. And into the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
On the return, it's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
well-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Baylor sends out the offense to go to work. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Baylor. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback to make it around the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Got some green grass. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
The Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Season alley. There we go. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
The old school toss play. I'm going to just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space too out wide where you can see like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole, as opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10.
Ready.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
2nd and long here. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quick completion to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line.
Ready! Black 18! Black, bang! Set hard!
Brown will throw it. Snags it. Just what they've hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And There's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Long way to go on second down. Caught in the backfield. That's gain. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Ready. Wide 80. Wide.
From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wide out. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Bringing it back. Just an outstanding return after the pick, and he'll put that offense in business at the 45. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. And he put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Lagway unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target, not on the same.
They don't need a bunch on second down. On the draw, it's Beal. Got the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
The quarterback and the offensive line really do a good job. What do? They sell pass first. Everything looks like pass. Nope, they hit you with a run. Really great job working together with a little bit of misdirection.
Back to pass, it's Lagway. Complete on the left to Williams. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and
it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand.
Everything was going so well for this team earlier in this game, and all of a sudden they get a clear mistake. No control, David. Is it not momentum? What is their defense going to be able to do?
you're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it. Right? We made a mistake. Guys on some change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Ready. 330.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Ready. 285.
That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a second down.
Ready. Red 18. Red 18. Ruby.
Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Bought a little time, lets it go. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won third down and forced him on fourth down.
And the returner goes down. Bears offense makes its way onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. No better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute.
Nowhere close on that one as he got trying to get into the football. Now they face third down.
That was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has one interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
The blue turf rumbling on this third down attempt as a Bronco fan. Touchdown Bears! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. From deep, it's Brown. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Boise State has it back ready to go to work on offense. They've got nothing done so far. They already find themselves in a three-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field.
Here we go. Ready. Hey, kill it, kill it. 949 Rockstar. 949 Rockstar. Red 20 hot.
Brown wants to pass. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Nice run there. Picks up a feet, and they'll force him out of bounds.
On the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Gets it upfield.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
A run for the quarterback. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45.
886 bouncer. 886 bouncer. Ready, ready. Blue 22. But hot.
Looking to throw for it. Got him quickly. Shakes it over the defender. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
The Broncos have their offense in high gear. Run inside. It's Gaines. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Brown will throw it. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week, he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
And they have converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but this one, a 3rd and long. Going to try to get it himself. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here.
Man, now and if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs because the scramble now puts you in a good 4th down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
And the Broncos looking to convert on 4th down.
Here we go. Ready. Red 54. Red 50. Red 20. Hot.
Snaps it, he has to have it. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Takes the handoff. It's turned. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Keeps it on the ground. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
What a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
The Bears will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Trying to get started. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got out to the 41 with the 1st down. The Broncos headed quickly to the line.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46.
Take off. Kill, kill. 214 close. 214 close.
Brown wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Throwing, Lagway. Fires on the move. And his throw was incomplete.
All right, ball was incomplete, but that was a nice job up front by the offensive line. Really nice job of communicating with one another and understanding where that pass rush was coming from.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Gonna run it. It's Morris. Crosses the 30. He's got away. There he goes down the right side. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bears!
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Deep in the end zone, it's Brown. Tackled at the 24. Almost breaks even with the yards you would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Quick give. It's Riley. Makes it a miss. Good game there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half.
139 out
The Broncos racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the ground. He's got it again. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And now the Broncos call their first of 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking down the middle. Complete downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. First down here for the offense.
390, Twilight. 390. Hey!
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Flying down the right side. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State. They'll try to tackle it and score. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7.
Of our college football update show. We get things going here with a look at Charlotte taking on the number 9 team, the Wisconsin Badgers. And it's the 49ers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And that's now victory number 1 on the season. Hey, every journey begins with a first step, and this team will bask in the glory of this one for at least 24 hours. let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country. Games that promise to have an impact on the top 25.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Let's go. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive.
Wide 80. Wide 80.
Brown will throw it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Still running it. Racing to the right. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they could not have finished with more style. An 87-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to bring this one out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. On the run, it's Turner. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's Lagway to pass. Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Watkins. Wide open spaces. Touchdown Bears! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And how about this, though, man? Picking up right where they left off, putting up points, being explosive, being a threat. You thought at half maybe the defense would come up with some answers. So far, first drive, no answers to be found.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They've fallen into a hole here. They need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Complete to start this drive. Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they created a negative play.
Fires to the middle. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20.
such a hard spot to be in. That's where defenses want offenses, right? Like, they got them right where they want them. But this is a really nice job by the playmaker. QB got him the football, and he didn't run out of bounds. Like, he fought for...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, that's about as risky as it can get as a head coach. Early in the game, fourth down, deep in your own end, and you go for it. Nice job, offense.
And the Broncos will have it 1st and 10. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Brown wants to pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. He's looking downfield to throw. Got his man. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Oh, pressure's coming. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart, because he's constantly throwing the pressure in his face.
Red 18. Red 18. Go.
Gets the back moving. Brown will throw it. Look out. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
The Broncos decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Kick is in the air. They're going to mark this one at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. It's inside. It's returned. He found the hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Churns into the pile. He'll make a play on enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Hand off to the single running back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Now run. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. To the back. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run. I thought it's a great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guessed right and make a big play for this defense.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Ncaa. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Man, David, that last drive, an exercise in frustration, just couldn't lay it off the field.
Yeah, and I think this defense is riding the bend but don't break philosophy. Don't give up explosive plays. This offense, Jesse, has to find a way to manufacture some big plays and some scoring opportunities.
Man, I don't know if they're going to win, David, if they have to keep driving 8, 10, 12 plays. You're right. You got to find chunk plays somewhere. So identify the guys that can score touchdowns and get them the ball.
886 bouncer. 886 bouncer.
Brown wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack.
Ready?
From the gun, it's Riley. He was trying to reach the sticks, but he doesn't quite make it down at the 23. It's 4th down.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I'd keep feeding this guy for sure.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down.
Ready? Blue 22. Blue 22.
Snapped it, and he has to have it. Under pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for them.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
He'll bring it out. It's gone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Boise State offense comes out to go to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down.
Ready.
Brown will throw it. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great. And they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Black 14. Black 14. King. Put hard.
And back to the air on second down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And here comes the offense on second down. Keep it on the ground. He'll move it ahead, a good productive play on the ground.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, keep the clock, and you got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
They can stop the clock a couple more times, and they need to get it back fast, down 2 possessions as the clock keeps winding down. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee.
playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the